In this segment, we'll show you how to assemble your new Agri-Fab ATV swivel dump cart. Begin by aligning the hitch bracket, part J, with the front hitch channel, part H. Then fully secure it with two 3/8 by 1 inch hex bolts, part S, and two 3/8 inch nylock hex nuts, part BB. Next, insert the 1/2 inch by 1 3/4 inch clevis pin, part P, and secure it with the 3-inch cotter pin, part GG. Now align the rear hitch channel, part I, and loosely secure it with 6 3/8 by 3/4 inch hex bolts, part U. And 6 3/8 inch nylock hex nuts, part BB. Now insert the 5/16 inch right-hand slot screw, part AA, through the small spacer, part HH. Insert the assembly down through the tongue assembly and fully secure it with a .312 nylock hex nut, part Z. Now fully secure the 6 fasteners, securing the hitch channels. Next, slide on the 5/16 by 3 inch hex bolt, part N, slightly into the tongue assembly, and then slide on a medium spacer, part DD. Then insert the foot pedal latch, part B, oriented as seen, and push the bolt slightly through. Now slide on another medium spacer, part DD, and then push the bolt all the way through. Fully secure it with a .312 nylock hex nut, part Z. Next, connect the short end of the spring to the foot pedal latch, and then use the spring puller tool to seat the spring in the tongue. Now insert the 1/2 inch by 1 1/8 inch shoulder bolt, part CC, through the clevis pivot, part K, and slide on a .625 by 1 inch washer, part JJ. Insert the assembly through the tongue, and then slide on a .531 by 1.5 inch washer, part NN, followed by a 1/2 inch lock washer, part W. Now secure it with the 1/2 inch hex jam nut, part II. Next, slide an axle, part L, into the axle assembly, part C. Secure it with 2/4 by 1 3/4 inch hex bolts, part R, and 2/4 inch nylock hex nuts, part FF. Repeat on the other side. Now align the left-hand frame assembly, part E, with the latch assembly, part F, oriented as seen. Fully secure it with two 5/16 by 1 3/4 inch hex bolts, part Q, and two .312 nylock hex nuts, part Z. Repeat for the right-hand frame assembly, part D. Now press the square plugs, part KK, into the ends of the frame assembly. Insert 4 3/8 by 3/4 inch hex bolts, part U, down through the middle and rear of the tray, part A. Now align the frame assembly. Then slide on 4.375 by 0.875 inch washers, part LL, and loosely secure them with 4.312 nylock hex nuts, part Z. Insert 2 1/4" by 3 1/4" hex bolts, part V, through the front of the tray and frame. Then slide on 2.312 by 0.734 washers, part OO, and loosely secure them with 2 1/4" nylock hex nuts, part FF. Then align the frame assembly with the axle tongue assembly, and loosely secure it with 2 1/2" by 3" hex bolts, part O, and 1/2" nylock hex nuts, part Y. Now fully secure the 6 bolts fastening the cart tray to the frame assembly. Make sure not to over-tighten the bolt, as this can lead to cart tray damage. Then fully secure the 2 fasteners at the axle assembly. Next, align the tongue assembly, then fully secure it with a 1/2" by 3.75" hex bolt, part M, and a 1/2" nylock nut, part Y. Next, insert a 2" cotter pin, part MM, into the axle. Then bend the ends out to secure it. Next, slide on a 1 by 1.06" washer, part EE, followed by a wheel, part G, with the valve stem facing out, followed by another 1 by 1.06" washer, part EE. Secure the wheel with a 2" cotter pin, part MM. Then bend the ends out to secure it. Repeat for the other wheel.